the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is September 12, 2024. It is 2:14 a.m. This is video part 2. I was reading a tweet that make reference to the US versus the UK type of mentality. I wasn't gonna read the thread, but since I mentioned it and I come across another tweet that sort of summarized the thread that I was trying to avoid, and I was like, you know what, for part 2 I'll read the thread so you guys have an idea. Remember, my channel is people who are not on Twitter. When I see good stuff, I want to share them with you, at least to my perspective. Okay, so this is the background. Let's refresh. Okay, 3,970 subscribers, new subscribers welcome. Revenue $36.68. Analytics 595 views in the last 48 hours. I'm just gonna leave it as that. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. So this is the thread I was trying to avoid, but it's very good. So this has to do with someone's experience who have lived in the US, worked in the US, and also work in the UK. And I think right now she's in the UK and she's giving her experience of the differences between the two countries. Okay, this is the person name. Okay, Anessa Buljasmik Kustova. All right, so she's a genocide researcher, educator, okay, lecturer, social critics, and all of that. All right, so that's that. let's get started. I've been in the UK for a while now, and honestly, I am still adjusting and learning. In many ways, the things I have lauded for in the USA, my directness, my friendliness, my commitment, and even just being a passionate person, are things I am disliked for and punished for here. Okay. Most of the friends I have made in London are ethnic minorities, and very few were born or raised in the UK. British people do not like me very much because British people do not like directness. That's the key here, directness. They prefer passive communication. Directness is too much. This reminds me of Bojo's sister. They want entertainment.
I find it hard to see who is the winner here. I mean, Prince Harry goading the press is only... and forcing the press into humiliating payouts. We got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
So the people who are benefiting from the system create or crafted a blueprint for the people, the vast majority, the peasants, okay, how to deal with them. Just give them happy topic, or give them performative, that's it, entertainment, this kind of thing, and then everything will be fine. Once they get the entertainment aspect of things, they forget about their... In a way, from the outside, I'm not saying it's all Brits that are like that, but I'm just saying this is how it seems like to be perceived. And the elites people who's controlling things, who pretty much control the media and everything like that, they create a form of entertainment to just make the people feel good. Okay? Feel good. Meanwhile, the elites people taking the money, every part, I guess, land, properties, and you name it, leave them in the dust. And even if the people are hungry, they need food, they need shelter. Hey, as long you get the entertainment aspect of things, the people who's controlling the country make you feel good with just, I don't know, with just words. That's it, with just words. Okay, just words. You hear what you want to hear, but in reality, you're suffering, you all of this, but as long you hear the good things, you're fine. Okay, so all of the senses don't match, they don't align. They make you feel good, but meanwhile you're hungry, you angry about not having enough money to pay for your rent or get food or all of that. But you hear the good things, that's fine. That's all good. I don't know if I even make sense, but it seems like from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of things that's going on similar to the US, but the difference is we live in a reality. Hey, you saying this BS, but I'm still hungry. I need food, I need shelter, create job, do this, so I could, be able to pay for my rent and all of that. But anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, let's continue. It's been a really difficult pill to swallow that the sort of a go-getter attitude, the passion for work, the directness, and even the problem-solving skills that will get me promoted in the US have actively hurt my career in the UK. Yeah, they don't want you to change the system. The people who are where they are, they come to work 9 to 12, they're good.
Yeah, I think there's another factor here too, that Meghan is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way. And the male-dominated culture, the royal household, doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12 and then take the rest of the day off. And Meghan was very impatient with that. She wanted to see a new work ethic, maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself.
The people who are where they are, they come to work 9 to 12, they're good. And then the rest, you do whatever. They just want to make sure the system stays the same. The same way where the paper is writing nonsense about Harry, and Harry keeps on going to IPSO, IPSO, to deal with it, guess what? Nah, leave it the way it is. They want to torment him and all of that. That's fine, because the system is the way it is. Oh my God. Someone just sent me something. It's a message. I think it's, let me pause it. It could be YouTube, because I contacted them on Twitter. So let's get back to this. Okay. Let's read this. It's a tough adjustment that people here really do not wish to rock the boat. They hate change of any sort. They do not value progress and improvement. They do not care to do any more than the bare minimum.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned, mute woman.
It's a tough adjustment that people here really do not wish to rock the boat.
Doesn't rock the boat.
And then the system allowed it to be, because again, the people, the elite people, they're enjoying the privileges that they are in. Okay, it's a bit shocking to me when I see or meet people who has been with the same company, organization, and in the same position for 10 to 15 years here, because in the US, if we aren't getting promoted, we move on to the next best thing every couple of years. But British people are okay for the most part, or at least in my anecdotal experience, with stagnancy. So if they have not gotten promoted in 10 years, they'll still stay, they'll do their job, and they refuse change, even if it is for the best. So the way that I see this, because I will try not to read some of the comments, even though I think I will. It's just something for the people of the UK to look at and do some reflection. But instead, when I read some of the comments, they're really telling her, just leave us alone, this kind of thing. Okay, but British, okay, that's the one I just read. Oh my God, the screen. Anyway, part of my job really is bringing in change, process improvements and development, researching and analysis, and implementing the result. It has been so much more difficult to do my job here in the UK than it ever was in the US. Okay, there's something here. Process improvements and development, researching and analysis, and implementing the results. It has been so much more difficult to do my job here in the UK than it ever was in the US. A lot of time when you hear don't get me wrong, there is lots to criticize the US for, a lot. But I think the US encourages progress, change, improvements, taking on risks, and constantly bettering yourself a lot more and a lot better than Europe as a whole does. And because I have been an immigrant in the USA too, and because this is the part that caught them. I read some of the comments already. This part is the one that get them, because she said she was an immigrant. Now they're telling her go back to your country and all of that. Meanwhile, when you look at majority of unstable countries, third world countries, it's because the UK and the US is sending their people to destabilize those countries. All right, so let's move that. And because I have been an immigrant in the USA too, and because I have been an immigrant in Europe, I think I can generally say that being an immigrant, especially one that comes from a direct communication culture, is much easier in the USA than it is in the UK. One of the hardest things has also been realizing that people in the UK burn through complaining. Born through complaining to each other. Complaining is a culture here. There is little room for positivity. Little space. I'm laughing because it's so true. There's some people who just prefer hearing nonsense. All right, then being immigrant. Oh my God, did that thing move? I think I can generally say that being an immigrant, especially one that comes from direct. Okay, I read that. This thing is moving and it's making me. one of the hardest thing has also been realizing that people in the UK burn through complaining to each other. Complaining is a culture here. There is little room for positivity, little space for buddling personalities. They find positivity and bubbliness as fake. Okay, in order to survive and thrive in the UK, I find myself having to really push down key aspect of who I am. I have to talk and convolute riddles because being too direct is problematic. Honesty is problematic. Passion is problematic. Wanting better is seen as a character flaw. That remind me when Meghan, during the cookbook thing, when one of the ladies, Meghan asks her something, I'm paraphrasing, what you want to do when, like what she wants to do in life. And she said, no one ever asked her this type of question.
There is a cookbook, but it's also the story of a West London community who gathered together in a kitchen and discovered the healing power of sharing food.
Asked me, how many days do you offer this service? And I said 2 days a week. And her straight question was, why not 7 days, Zahira? And I said, funding. So she goes, we can do a cookbook.
So yeah, to better yourself, the UK is not about that. The UK was just found to be one of the most miserable places in the world. I think we are right after Uzbekistan. No wonder, to be honest. It does not surprise me at all, but it does make me a bit sad. Alright, so there's this here. You don't have to stay here. Rather than mourn about us, go home. Again, this is the thing. Reflection. She's just telling you her opinion. She's been many places. Maybe she's there for a few. So she's giving a realization of what happened, what she sees. Instead, many people should do some reflection. Is this the way that I am? Maybe I need to change in a way. In a way as well, she's right, but she was just giving her opinion, what she sees in the UK. I did say I wasn't going to read, but let me read some of these here. Okay, what you describe is so similar to New Zealand, whose people are mainly British migrants. We even have a name for this, tall poppy syndrome. Sometimes I feel coming to New Zealand may not have been the best choice I made, so I must keep struggling. Thanks for sharing. Love this. Okay, so this is the thing here. People see certain things, they realize it, so it opened people's eyes. Okay, oh man, I'm sorry. I hope it gets better for you. It's not easy to move countries at all, and especially where there are culture clashes too. All right, there will always be culture clashes when you move from one country to the other, because you're not used to something and whatever. But when someone from the outside world is looking in, telling you what they see, okay, it sometimes is not to disrespect you, just to tell you the obvious. Is it something you want to change or not? And obviously majority, it seems like majority of the UK don't want change. All right, let me read this and then that's it. I think there's some hard truth here. There it is. We can be negative for the sake of TI, and that's frustrating. You will find people a lot more open in the northwest around Liverpool and Manchester. Also working class Londoners, Cockneys are friendly too. Okay, yes, I am in the East End, and so surrounded by your very traditional type of Cockney English people, and I absolutely adore them in my neighborhood. Some of these folks and their families have been here for decades and decades. Loveliest people, honestly. All right, so there's that as well. All right, so okay, so that's that. Okay, so this is a side note here. Literally just now, YouTube just responded to something that I put. Couple days ago, this is the thing that I sent them. A long complaint. Okay? And then when I sent my appeal, and I look at the video, okay, let me pause and go to our port of view service. It will still show a 0. Okay, so now I'm on our port of view service. So like I said, they demonetized my channel, and in order to appeal, if you feel like YouTube made a mistake, you could appeal it or just leave it as is until they give you 3 months or whatever, you clean your channel, whatever. So I sent my appeal video here. There it is here, since September 10th. Views zero. I would have seen, because I've seen from other channel when PYTE was demonetized, I did the same thing. I sent a appeal video, whatever, and then when they see it, sometimes they didn't even approve it yet. I'll see 2 or 3 people looking at it. The numbers, the views here will tell me. So this one says absolutely zero, nothing. And then when I go to here, earn, okay, your channel remains ineligible for monetization. Okay, so I have until December 8th to fix it. What I've already did here in this video, this is the one that they gave me the problem with, because I did a short video. This short video I edited from a NBC video, and you know, the same way that I usually do, put my own music, put screenshot and all of that, right? I did this one here. It has 6,236 views. Whenever I see a video that I have that's doing very well, YouTube have a problem. It quickly demonetized my channel. But this one was there doing fine. But when I put it in this video, because I was going to talk about it, and I didn't want to re-edit it, the same video again. So I used my first edited version, which was the short video, and put it in this video. So they had a problem with it. So now I removed it, you know, so we shall see. So that's the problem I'm having with YouTube, because it was my edited version that I use. And then I'm looking here, views. Nobody viewed the appeal video. It has to be 5 minutes. I made it exactly 5 minutes. They claim whatever, they review the video, they still stuck with their decision to keep the channel off the monetization program. Meanwhile, I'm looking at this view here, nothing. Nobody saw it. Nobody looked at it. Alright, so that's that. And this is what all of this is all about. And I just sent them a message with a screenshot of this. Alright, 0 views, and I highlighted it. And I said, no one watched my appeal video, so then quickly rejected the appeal. Something crazy is going on with YouTube against certain or some creators. And then they responded a few minutes ago while I'm doing in the middle of the recording. We know how important this is for you. We'll pass this along and let you know once we have the update. I mean, I think I could be 1,000,000% wrong. I'm not psychic. But the way that I see the treatment of my channel, it seems like there is a specific person, whenever it's deal with my channels, it goes directly to that person, whoever that person is. It's one specific person. To turn a blind eye, like the Ipso with Harry. Whenever it's Harry, they just turn a blind eye and ignore his complaint. So I think it's the same thing. There's one specific group or person, whenever it's my channel, do the opposite of what I want. Alright, so they didn't even review the channel. And I'm the video, I mean. And I'm looking at many other YouTubers. Okay, you could look at Midas Touch and other people who does review videos or whatever. They literally be putting other videos, just let it play. And then obviously they criticize it and everything. There's no issues with their channel. So what's going on with mine? For me, when I share another video, I have to put screenshot to interrupt it. Make it look so mediocre for you guys, unfortunately. But when I see the pattern of them, that's what I have to do. But when I look at other channels, they let, let's say they're talking about the debate. Okay, they will pick a section of that video of the debate and they just let it play, right? And then they commented on it. That's fine. But for me, when I used to do the same thing, they give me a copyright thing, even though I'm commenting on it. I'm doing almost the same thing as the others, but yet, I don't know. I have to put screenshot now to interrupt it, make it look somewhat different. It's ridiculous. Alright, so this is the problem I'm having with this specific issue that YouTube demonetized the channel. Usually I let it go. I don't say anything, but this one, there's an issue here. The short videos, sometimes there's certain things they let pass, even some music, they let it go. When you look at different short videos on YouTube, there's music from different artists, they let it be. But for me, they always flag it, and I have to change the music to some mediocre version that they have on YouTube. Okay, so this is the problem I have right now with YouTube, with that specific whatever they where is it, this channel, fuck, where is it, with this you know, for demonetizing the channel. Usually they demonetize the channel, I let it go. But this one, I have a problem because I've seen other people who does the same thing that I've done here, and I was fully aware that was a video, and I even mentioned it in the video. But anyway, so that's that. I'm sorry I carried out because I saw it when it popped up while I was recording. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it. I'm gonna do another video for our PYTE team Sussex, and that has to focus, I mean, it will be focusing on politics, the debate that happened yesterday between Kamala Harris and Trump. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.